audio. In 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 audio.
Just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. Welcome, people. Welcome to Sai TV. This is your Monday Premier League review weekend, and I feel shit. I feel shit. And yeah, listen, it's just I still can't get it. You know, I'm talking to the Uber driver this morning. We're having a conversation. I thought, you know what, man, he's not gonna know me. He's like, "Are you the guy that does the Man United YouTube?" I was like, no. I'm somebody else. You got the wrong person." He was like, "No, don't hide. That's you, innit?" And yeah, man, he cooked me as well. You know what I mean? It's yeah, man. But Lee, how are you, mate? How are you? I know you're grinning there, but
I'm
and you were 7 minutes
fantastic.
late as well. You did on purpose, didn't you?
7 minutes
Sorry.
late. Do you know what? I actually, the real reason
Yeah.
I was late is because I went to the petrol station to see if they had a bottle of 7 Up. Yeah, but they didn't. They only had Sprite. So, yeah, that's why I was late.
That'll do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I'm very well, man. My team are top of the league. Last
Yeah.
minute drama at the Emirates. And I sat back and I thought, yeah, let me have a little look at this game, man. And this Liverpool game, I actually thought you'd win. I thought you'd win, and I thought,
I did.
yeah, and I thought, do you know what? This Man United team, they're a little bit different this season. Yeah, they've just bounced off of the back of winning the League Cup that I kick you on. And bro, that was one of the most cowardly performances I've ever seen, man. Like, honestly, defensively shocking, like all over the place. I mean, I don't know where Lissandro was running off to, maybe back to Argentina, bro. Like, it was like, the way Salah was crazy.
He's
And
in
then
Buenos
he
Aires,
ran
man. He's in
all over the
Buenos Aires,
place.
you know what I mean?
Luke
Oh.
Shaw, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen.
Oh,
And Bruno Fernandes, yeah, oh my days, asking to be subbed off. Yeah, you are a coward. That guy should never play for United again. Heads need to roll, bro. Real talk, yeah. If that was Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, yeah, like top teams, Juve, AC Milan, bro, the manager would be sacked. Yeah, it doesn't matter about winning the cup the other day, or players would never play for that football club ever again. And I don't see Ten Hag getting sacked. Yeah,
no.
and
But it's a
There's-
lot of big losses, man. It's you know what? Yeah, 6-3 to Man City, 4-0 to Brentford, now 7-0 here. It's a lot, man. When it rains, it pours with Man United. This is what I don't get. Like, I don't listen. Every other
No, but I
club,
get it, bro. I get it. You've still got Harry Maguire there. Yeah?
Yeah.
You've still got Bruno there. You've still got McTominay there. You've still got Luke Shaw there. You've still got other players there that are not good enough for Man United, right? And to be fair to Ten Hag, he's got a tune out of most of them this season. Yeah. But like he messed up big time. Putting Bruno left wing. Why? He's never played left wing, bro. Putting Rashford on the right. Rashford's done all of his best work on the left. So now you decide, oh, I know, let me put Bruno there. Make no sense. And then, like Fred, I mean, bro, I like Fred. I think he's not a bad player. Yeah, bro, what was he doing? He was just running around like a headless chicken yesterday. Yeah, and then you bring Scott McTominay on, and he gets an assist for the Salah goal. Like, what?
Oh my god, that's
Everything
what I
that could
mean.
have gone wrong yesterday went wrong for United. Yeah, and I wouldn't say you were due a spanking like that because I don't think you were due a spanking like
But were we
that.
getting away with it a little bit, though? Be honest, like, were we getting away with it a little bit?
But at the same time, confidence does wonderful things to football clubs, man. Look at Arsenal. Like, you know, we're in that mode right now where it doesn't matter. We ain't losing. Like, we've come off of the back of that Man City loss and we've won 4 straight games. And everyone, including me, thought that's it. We're kind of shafted here. Yeah. And we just keep going and going. And it's very reminiscent with Arsenal of what Fergie used to do. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Yeah. And we'll come to Arsenal in a bit, but I didn't expect Man United to fold as easily as they did. And bro, I get it though. I do get it because McTominay ain't good enough. Luke Shaw's not good enough. Bruno's the biggest coward I've ever seen in football. Yeah. And what happens is he'll go and score a worldie and everyone will rate him to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then you've got Varane, who looked lost yesterday. Lissandro looked lost yesterday, just spinning. Like, Anthony was probably your best attacker yesterday. Yeah, and he didn't really do a great deal. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Casemiro was playing Fortnite last night or watching the UFC. Like, I don't know what he was doing.
Embarrassing. If I was that Manchester United manager right now, yeah, like I see before I did this, I was on social media. I see the players coming into training, and apparently he called him in at 9 o'clock, and he was there from 7. Bro, 7. There needs to be contracts ripped up today. See, this is the thing with football, right? And it only happens in England. I watched Real Madrid last night, yeah, and they drew 0-0 with Real Betis, bro. That's a 6-hour drive back from Betis to Madrid. From Sevilla to Madrid is 6 hours. Bro, that game finished at 11 p.m. Then Madrid fans are getting in at 6 a.m. and they got to go work at 8. Yeah? Trust me, heads are rolling at Real Madrid. Heads are rolling, bro. Yeah? That is not acceptable to draw 0-0 and not score for 2 games in a row. You've lost to Barca 1-0.
Standards.
And you've drawn 0-0. You're 9 points, off of Barcelona. Trust me, either this week or next week, there'll be players that played last night and in that Barca game that are never playing for Madrid ever again because it's Real Madrid. Ancelotti will not be the manager of that club much longer. Yeah, he may last till the end of the season, but they want him gone. Bro, when
they want him. 100%.
Page after that 7-0 last night. There's a lot of angry fans on there, but there's fans saying, listen, we can't get rid of the manager. We can't get rid of this. It's just a blip. It's just all of this. Go on Real Madrid's post last night. Every single comment, get rid of this manager. Get rid of him. Get rid of these players. These players are crap. Get rid of the manager. Get him on the next flight back to Italy. And that is the difference between English football clubs and foreign football clubs. Yeah, it doesn't matter that Ancelotti won 3 trophies since he's been back there. Yeah, it's what you're doing for me now. It doesn't matter that Ten Hag won that trophy last week.
That's what you're doing for me now.
What are you doing for me now? And what he should be doing right now, because he's lucky he's still got a job. If I'm being honest, 7-0 to your biggest rivals, that's like us losing.
You know what though? It's kind of bad here. And listen, I'm not saying Ten Hag should be sacked here, but you know what? Like, these are the kind of victories where they're almost kind of like, shit, you lost 7. That's the biggest loss in history. And it's like, you know,
but that's your biggest loss since 1931.
1931, man.
That's the last time Liverpool beat you 7-0 was 1895.
Yeah,
that's mad, bro. I'm not saying Ten Hag should be sacked.
No,
but what Ten Hag should be doing is not coming out in the interviews afterwards and saying, "Well, we can't just single out players. Everyone played bad." No, he should have been singling out players. Yeah, and then players that he singles out should never play for United ever again. Yeah, and he should be having that meeting at 9 o'clock this morning and telling them, right, you ain't ever playing for the club again. Neither are you, neither are you, and neither are you.
Players bottled it, you know, after 2-0. The players absolutely bottled it. And big up to Ali, says Eric Ten Hag was naive at 3-0. You have to shut up shop because you could lose the game, but there's no way to lose. And under any circumstances, 7-0 is crazy. Could be catastrophic. This is my
he
point.
He tried to shut up shop though because he put McTominay on.
Yeah, but that was a wrong
because
for
Fred
me.
was
Though,
getting run ragged.
McTominay is just almost like it's pointless. It's not. He can't defend. He can't attack. He can't do anything. So it's like, why bring him on instead of Sabitzer beforehand? My point was, there's a point where I'm thinking with Ten Hag, right, when it's gone past the beyond the limit, it's like, okay, then, right, let us be a bit more defensive. Let's have our shape again.
Fuck the bus. Just sit on and get out there 3-0.
Stop that route, man, because you know what? Psychologically, for fans, for the players, bro, we don't want to see that. Like, I'm here getting bantered by Tottenham fans, because it's still 7-0. If it was a 3 or 4-0, fair enough, Anfield. This is 7-0, guys. Unacceptable. And I'm not here, like many other fans are doing at this minute, is gaslighting this performance. I'm not doing that. It is embarrassing. I have to look at this defeat for what it is. I can't just be like, well, we won a cup last week and it's all rosy. No. Manchester United should not be losing 7-0.
Ever.
Never.
Ever. That comment from Jack in the chat, it says the problem with United is he can't call out the players because we ain't got nobody else. Bro, just go and take a load of kids out of the youth team. You're telling me that would have been any worse? It's all about setting an example, right? That it's not acceptable for Manchester United to lose 7-0. There has to be heads rolling off of the back of that. Yeah, because now, if you go back into the next game and they will start again, there's no accountability. Bro, this is Manchester United. You cannot be getting pammed 7-0 by your biggest rival. And they are your biggest rival. That is the biggest game in English football. Everyone around the world's watching that game, bro.
Yeah. Well,
you got that game called off a couple of seasons ago when you stormed the stadium.
Yeah.
That is the biggest game in English football. And I'm an Arsenal fan saying this, Yeah. Every single fan around the world is like, oh, it's Liverpool, Man United. Or it's Man United, Liverpool, whichever way the fixture is. Bro, every single person around the world would have been looking at it going, wow. I mean, Liverpool were ruthless. I can't lie. Every shot nearly went in,
But they had the most, apparently, 77 or something like that, entries in the box. The most highest in the ever recorded. Like, that is not normal. That's almost like saying, you know when they said, you open your legs up and you know what I mean? We're going to give it you. That's what they said. They said, open your legs up, man. United just gave him a free pass.
It's mad. Heads need to roll. If Ten Hag's not sitting there, and I do think, listen, you could just see his face, he was seething, but at the same time, he was part of the problem.
Bro, he was, and that's why
bro.
I'm not letting Ten Hag get away with this, even though I'm not being reactionary and I'm calling him out. I'm just saying, listen, mate, you got that wrong. You do not play. This is what I don't get. Bruno Fernandes on the left, seriously, when the guy's never played there before. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm sorry. People can say, oh, well, if Rashford gets him one-on-one, I'm sorry, it's a different problem. No, put him up front against two big units in Konate and physical defenders and Van Dijk. You need to put him on the left-hand side, then drag everyone on that side, then disorientate that defense, and then you go about something. Then let him stay up front. This was not the game for the number 10 role.
Number 10,
stay up front, then press from that front. Put Bruno in the 10. But it just made me believe it. It made me realize, does the manager actually rate Bruno in that 10? Because you're not playing with the biggest player game.
Do you know what?
Season.
A friend of mine, right? He lives in Sevilla. Yeah, he's an Arsenal fan. And he messaged me earlier and he said to me, the problem with players like Bruno is because they're so crap, they have to have extra work rate. Which is why people go, oh, he's got such an engine on him. He runs around all the time. He never gives up. Yeah. No, that's just masking his deficiencies as a footballer. Yeah. So then fans get on side. Oh, look at him. He's still pressing in the 94th minute. Oh, what a player. Yeah. Then he'll go and ping the odd screamer in and it's all forgotten. Yeah. Like, no.
I've always said that about Bruno.
In midfield is because he is trash, bro. That guy is a weak coward. Yeah, that guy should never play for Man United ever again. Standing on the halfway line, going like this, can you sub me? Like, what is he doing, bro? You're the captain of Man United, and you're asking to be subbed.
Yeah, you know what? Man, if I find that's true, if I find that, and you know what's the good thing about Ten Hag, he'll make it known, because the journalists will ask him. They will ask him, did Bruno Fernandes ask to be subbed? And he will, if he says for me, he needs to be dropped the captain and he needs to be dropped from the team. Indefinitely.
Bin him.
Well, there you go then. Well, there you go.
Bro, there's a lot of players at your football club. Just rip their contract. We did it with loads at Arsenal. Yeah, bro, we got rid of Kolasinac, Mustafi, Socrates. Just ripped up contracts. Aubameyang, see you later. Yeah, that Man United have got a bigger income than Arsenal. Are you telling me you can't just rip up Luke Shaw's contract and say piss off? Yeah, there you go. See ya. You're a free agent. You're never playing again. Bruno, see you later. Bye bye. Yeah, even if you have to pay some of these players to leave, yeah, get rid of them. Yeah, because they're not good enough. And all you'll get from fans is, oh yeah, but who else is going to play? Well, you telling me nobody out of the reserve team would have put in a better shift than Bruno yesterday?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, at least they would have had a bit of effort. All he was doing is rolling around, holding his face when he never got touched and asking to be subbed.
I think, you know what it is? I'm big up to Sing is King. I'm not buying the whole one-off blip narrative. It's not the first time, and the same suspects are still here. Leopards don't change their spots.
Facts. And this is the thing, right? You asked me a question a minute ago and said, do you think we were getting away with it a little bit? I do think you were getting away with it a little bit. But at the same time, the manager has come in there and he has like boosted so many of them players into better performances. Wan-Bissaka's one of them. Yeah, Luke Shaw's played really well recently. Yeah, this season under this manager. Like, you know, Rashford's in the form of his life. You know, and there's a lot of players in that team. Even Scott McTominay at times this season's played really, really well under that manager. But at the same time, as soon as it starts going wrong, it's the same culprits every time, bro. And then
you know what it is, though, and you know what it is. I don't want to like put everything on Bruno because there's a lot of culprits in there. It's just that I obviously, you know, what I mean, I still kind of like feel like there's qualities in Bruno, but at the same time, I don't like the petulance. I'm looking at Dalot. Dalot for me yesterday should have been Wan-Bissaka starting. Again, the manager got that one wrong. I just feel like with Dalot, I've always got that, just that little bit about me where I doubt his overall qualities. And I've given him the benefit of doubt.
When he's him defensively,
he's always got a suspect defense in him. And that's where I'm like, Wan-Bissaka should have started. Again, Rashford on the left, that would have been the better option. For me, no substitutions at half time. Normally, Ten Hag's quick. It's like, right, substitutions are on it. So I just feel like
I don't necessarily blame him for not subbing at half time. It was only 1-0 at half time. Yeah, but as soon as it went 2, straight sub. Yeah, because it was 2 real quick. Yeah, then the floodgates open. They gave up, mate. Them players literally
they gave up. Yeah, everyone gave up. Everyone gave
up. And that's not acceptable, mate. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter that you won a trophy the other day and all these players won a trophy. Like, it doesn't matter. The trophy's gone. You've won the trophy. You celebrated the trophy for a couple of days. Now we got Liverpool. Yeah, and mate, I'm sorry. If that was my team getting spanked 7-0 by Tottenham, yeah, I'd be outside Colney right now, outside the training ground, mate. I'd be looking for all of them players, bro. Yeah, and that's how it should react,
though, man.
Can you imagine if Real Madrid got slapped 7-0 by Barcelona? Can you imagine what would happen at that football club? Yeah, Manchester United are as big as Real Madrid, bro. Yes, they don't win as much in recent times, and they're not as decorated in Europe, but you are Manchester United. You are the biggest club in England. Real Madrid are the biggest club in Spain. Yeah, can you imagine what would have happened at Real Madrid if that was 7-0 Barcelona? The manager probably would have been out the door already. Yeah, and half of them players would never play for the club again. Yeah, and that is how Manchester United get back to being great. Yeah, and I do think Ten Hag's a very, very good manager. Yeah, and
he just needs to be more ruthless and not take.
He needs to be ruthless, bro. He needs to be sitting there telling some of them players today, you're never putting a shirt on ever again. Yeah, bro. Look at what happened with Ronaldo. I'll give an example. Yeah. Ronaldo goes out and does an interview, out the door. Yeah, out the door. Yeah, he refused to come on for 2 minutes and he benched him the next week. How many of them players do you reckon are getting benched for the next game?
Well, they need to be. If they're not, then I'm flipping hell, mate. You know what I mean? And you know what's crazy about it? I'm looking there's a game straight away on Thursday, and then obviously we got Saturday as well. But this is why you can never take things for granted. You have to keep the performance level. But the way they just kind of just like gave up, I don't like it. You know, when you give up, that's something that cannot be tolerated for me. You can't give up. And some of them players gave up, mate. Luke Shaw gave up. The defending was absolutely abysmal, you know? And again, Liverpool, who have not been great this season, but they've come here with the worst team ever, like Fabinho, Henderson, and they've come on our... This is
Noodles, Gakpo, like players that haven't really done much this season. That comment in your chat, by the way, that sums up 90% of Man United fans. Yeah, this is not Madrid. We will always back the manager. And that, my friend, is exactly why you'll never be as good as Real Madrid. Real Madrid in the last 19 seasons, since my club last won a league, have had 17 managers. In that time, they have won about 30 odd trophies. Yeah, 30
Yeah.
odd trophies in 19 years. How many have my team won? 5. Yeah,
Fact.
and this is the problem when with English football clubs. Doesn't matter whether you're an English fan that supports that English club or an overseas fan that supports that English club.
Yeah,
Only
of course.
English football clubs have this mentality of, oh no, well it's okay, we just move on to the next one. No, mate. No, understand the mentality. You have just been pammed 7-0 by Liverpool. Yeah, heads need to roll.
Yeah, facts.
Whether that's the manager or whether that's the players. For me personally, I'd get rid of half of the players. Yeah, and that starts now. Yeah, I don't care. Like, forget top 4. Yeah, you have to set an example, bro. Yeah, you have to set an example. We know what the punishment was for Ronaldo. Yeah, you didn't want to come on for 2 minutes. Cool, you're on the bench. What's the punishment for Luke Shaw and Bruno Fernandes and Fred? Yeah, what's the punishment for them for putting in that performance yesterday? What's the punishment for him asking to be subbed off after being one of the biggest cowards in football yesterday? Yeah, he was captain of United, bro. And he's just put in that performance.
That's another one as well. The captaincy issue as well, man. That needs to be properly, you know what I mean?
Your captain should be
Casemiro.
Casemiro.
Yeah, 100%. He got to.
Well,
Samuel Tuay saying,
one of them two.
Samuel here Tuay is very, very. I think it's a bit too much, but listen, that's what it's all about. Opinions. Eric Ten Hag should be fired for this unforgivable performance. If this was Madrid, they wouldn't have let him in the locker room.
Somebody in the chat said Jose got smashed 5-0 by Barca. Yes, he did, and that was in his first El Clasico. Yeah, and they weren't going to sack him after a 5-0. Trust, if that was 7, he would have been sacked. Yeah, and I best believe, yeah, he got roasted for that 5-0. Yeah, he got hung out to dry for that 5-0 by the media, by Florentino Perez, by everybody. Yeah, and then the following season, he won the league with record-breaking goals scored.
Yeah. Sanjit says, as a Real Madrid fan, Cass is great, but he's not performing against high-pressing team, and he's a reason for our UCL exit against Ajax, City, Chelsea, and he's on the bench during every comeback last year. Bro, you know what it is? If I analyze it like that, you know what I mean? I'd be nervous, man. So don't really analyze it like that. Don't let, bro, you know what it was?
Casemiro was shocking yesterday as well. Let's not give him a pass. Yeah, he was shocking.
No, they were all shocking. He was playing UFC. He was watching UFC. I'm adamant he was up all night because he just looked a bit disoriented. And people say he was injured. But at the same time, I'm like, he looked so disoriented. The passes weren't because of injury. I'm sorry. Some of the passes he was doing, some of the way he was very, very sluggish, that weren't injury. He just looked out of sorts.
But when you set up your team and it's disjointed and you've totally changed everything that's made you decent this season, like Weghorst in the number 10 has worked in certain games. It ain't ever working at Anfield. Yeah. Rashford on the right didn't work last time, so why are you doing it again?
Yeah.
You played Rashford on the right against us, I think.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, this is why I'm just like, everything that you do, at least at Anfield, don't do them Ten Hag. But he chose to almost experiment it on that game, and I'm like, you know what? Why? And now that for me stays with me forever. That, you know, like I've been through a lot, Lee. You know, 5-0, 4-0. It's like people say
for the rest of your footballing life on this planet. Yeah, that 7-0 is always going to be a stick to beat you with, bro. Yeah, but I remember when we beat you 7-0. Like you can't get rid of it now.
What do you mean 2-1? Remember 7-0? So next year, when we beat them 2-1, last minute winner, and it's all going off.
But bro, no disrespect, right? You got done 5-0 at Old Trafford last season.
And that was probably the worst I've ever felt.
How many of them players that started that game at Old Trafford started yesterday?
This is what I mean. This is why I'm thinking.
Why they need to go, bro.
Mentally, they're scarred.
You need to bin half of them today. Rip their contracts up. If your football club came out today, and said, we have terminated the contract of, I don't know, just Luke Shaw, for example, one of just randomly picking on him. Yeah. We've terminated the contract to Luke Shaw. He's free. Thanks for the service. See you later. All of a sudden, your fan base will go, whoa, heads are rolling. Yeah, they're rolling. Yeah. All of a sudden, you can go, right, Ten Hag's the man. Yeah. The club have turned a corner. Instead, you've got Bruno Fernandes, doing up the worst performance I've ever seen, ever. From a captain in that game, asking to be subbed and then coming out in the interview afterwards and going, well, we've had worse days. Bro, he should be gone. Gone. That guy, bro, epitomizes everything wrong with modern football. Yeah, he should be the first out the door. How can you be captain, put a shit performance in, cowardly, rolling around on the floor, crying, moaning, bitching, asked to be subbed, then do the interview and say, oh, by the way, we've had worse days. Well, when were they then, mate?
Bro,
Like, he should be out the door today. Gone. Rip his contract up. See you later. Yeah, bye-bye. Go back to Lisbon. Oh, no, they won't want you, will they, mate? Unbelievable, bro. Yeah, and that is the only way big
kind of
Manchester
defending
United
because he's
move
speaking,
forward.
right? Yeah.
Because all of them players, most of them players that played yesterday played in that 5-0 at Anfield. Sorry, at Old Trafford. So where was the accountability for 5-0? And now you've done a 7-0.
Let me ask you a question, Lee. Sometimes in football, we don't look at the psychological aspect of football. We always look at, physically, but mentally, though, these lot are getting a lot of drummings, 6-3. Sometimes if you're Ten Hag, you're thinking, hold on a minute. If we're 2-0 down, have I got people in my team that will be able to back us up when shit's going low? And I think that is what Ten Hag needs to understand. When things are going low, have you got people there that will be there no matter what? Have you got enough leaders? When the going gets tough, right, you stand up and you fight. You get up and you say, right, we're going now. We go again. I get your tactics. I understand that. But at the same time, I'm like, you need men in there. You need leaders. And I think Ten Hag needs to look at it and think, right, next season, I'm going to have to ship a few of these off because I think they're mentally fragile. For the betterment of the team, I bring in hungry players who will know what they can give us and they are going to be ready when the going gets tough. As simple as that, man. There's 1.3k in here. Big smash a like button on the video, people. I know you guys are here bantering us on that. Make sure you follow Lee Gunner's channel. The link is in the title, man. Make sure you're following. Gonna read still couple of super chats here. SJ says Wenger should have sacked for that 8-2 loss. Yeah, but he kept his job. Listen, Lee, they're still on you, man. They're still on you. Gino says, Lee, you said you admit you got wrong on Arteta. If Arsenal were still in the title race in April, you're going to stick to this. But he wanted to win the title, though. So
hold on. If you're going to quote what I said, mate, if you're going to quote what I said, I said if Arsenal was still in the title race on the 1st of May, then I'll believe we'll win it. I still believe we'll win it anyway. Not only that, I also said if he finishes more than 6 points behind City, sack him. Because we were 8 points clear. If we finish 6 points behind, that's a 14-point swing. Sack him. I've seen, and Terry Flewers is getting it tomorrow. Doing his fan cam review show, giving it, Lee Gunner's Arteta in. When have I ever said that? Not only that, he went, if that means he was wrong to be Arteta out. Really? I don't get attached to paid employees that can leave at any point. It's Arsenal Football Club. My football club has been a shambles for 19 years.
Facts.
19 years, no title. Longest title drought in our history. And I'm supposed to be accepting that. It's not, and my standards have never dropped, by the way. So all these people that are now suddenly catching up and enjoying a title race, well, this is all I wanted. and how nice is it that you all are enjoying it? So maybe you should have all been on board a bit sooner, right?
There you go. Exactly. And I don't get it. Like there was everyone at one point was Arteta out. I don't care who you are. Right. You know what I mean? You were Arteta out at one point. It's just
Everton
that you didn't admit it live on camera.
Amari Gray in stoppage time. Apparently that was the straw that broke the camel's back for everyone. Really? Okay, cool. But it's all worry about Lee Gunner. I'm gargantuan, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Could Liverpool finish above United? Only 7 points. I think for me, we'll dust ourselves down. But Liverpool is, what it is with me, Lee, Liverpool is a team that I do not want in the top 4 or back. I need them to suffer. I need Tottenham and Chelsea, whoever, Brighton, and we'll talk about Brighton. Please take that last position, Newcastle. Because if Liverpool get their act together, if they get a bit of investment, if they get top 4, I tell you what, man, they can't rise again. They need to stay in the mud. But everybody's just helping them, man.
The problem you have, is the history of the Tottenham.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're only 3 behind them with a game in hand.
With a game in hand.
And better goal difference
as well. Fuck, man. That's what I'm saying. Liverpool find a way every time. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I actually look at Liverpool in terms of what they've been doing last year. I get mentality monsters and all that, but if they need to suffer, and they've not done that. They've only done a little season, and they still could make top 4. So it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. Big up to Nate H says, I back Bruno, but he did not act like a captain today. Awful body language, giving the ball away for fun. Stop running. Made me sick, bruv. Can we react? Do you think this is this might derail our season here. Like if you're looking at it. I know for me, we've shown it in the past that when we've had big losses, we've come back. But this is a 7-0. We've got a couple of trophies this season to kind of get to as well. Do you reckon it'll derail us mentally, or do you think Ten Hag will get these guys going again? And you see it today as well. They come back to training early.
Bro, listen, for me personally, like I'm harsh, bro. Yeah, because at the end of the day, lessons need to be learned here, right? And just allowing the same set of players to carry on as normal because you've got a couple more trophies you can win. I'd sacrifice everything just to make a statement. Yeah, real talk. I'd sacrifice them trophies. I'd sacrifice top 4. Yeah, like for me, top 4 is irrelevant, bro. Like Man United ain't going to go into the Champions League and win it next season. So what's the point? Just it don't matter. Yeah, like for me, I'd sacrificed a lot. Bruno has to leave that football club today. That's my mentality. Like I'm not even Man United fan. If this was Arsenal, bro, trust me, heads would have to roll. Yeah, and I'd sacrificed a lot. Let it derail the season because you know what? Going forward, you then have a manager and the football club swinging in the same direction. Yeah, then you've got players that know, whoa, hold on a minute, we can't be going out there doing that. Yeah, because Bruno got kicked out of the football club for that performance, or Luke Shaw has left the football club for that performance. Yeah, and if you make that statement, trust me, bro, moving forward, that'd be so much better than going and winning another trophy this season because you'll win more and more and more. Yeah, heads have to roll, bro. Yeah, forget the rest of the season. You've won a trophy, well done, congratulations. You have to make a statement now that you're big Man United. Yeah, otherwise, Luke Shaw's going to be in the team again next time you play Liverpool. Harry Maguire might still be there. Bruno might still be captain. Yeah, where's the accountability? Yeah, where's the fear factor for Man United? Where's the fear factor for the club, bro?
Yeah. It needs to be there, man. It should always be there. You know what I mean? So, Elliot hype. Listen, man. If you want to give Elliot hype, you know what I mean. That's up to you. But I'm not coming on here and giving Elliot hype, man. I'm not. I'm just not. But listen, good luck to him, man. Barca game was like Oli PSG. He will get fired. Listen, we'll find out. We'll find out what happens, man. We'll find out. Guys, make sure you like the video, people. 1.3K in here, man. Record show for this time of the day. So please do like the video. Make sure you subscribe to League Gunners channel, man. He's doing big stuff over there. But you know, one side of us and then the other side of you lot, man. Flipping hell, man. Gee, I mean, last minute, you know. Last minute, you know. But then you know what I said?
7th minute, bro.
You know what's crazy? I still think Bournemouth scored too early in the first half and too early in the second half. Like if it was a bit like in between, but then Arsenal just find a way, man. It's like you guys are doing it this season, and that's what I kind of like get with Arsenal now. The mentality is shifting now, and it's like they know the title's there, so now they're gonna flip and put their body on the line, and they're gonna do it. So
yeah, bro, you've seen Man United win the league, yeah.
Yeah,
right? You've seen them win multiple leagues, right? You know when you know it's happening. You know when you know you're going to win the league. Like look at that season when Van Persie just smashed everyone to pieces. You knew, yeah. You just knew. You had that feeling. It was like Van Persie just scoring a worldie out of nowhere all the time. Yeah, Rooney playing out of his skin that season. You didn't really have the best team, yeah, because City had a better team than you. Yeah, you just had that momentum, and you had that. It was just a feeling around the whole stadium, around the fan base, around the players, the manager. It was like, this is ours. And it's hard to describe the feeling for somebody who's never had that feeling. Yeah, for somebody who's never seen you win a league, it's hard to explain. Bro, I have that feeling now. Yeah, that goal at that moment of that football match is massive. Yeah, because Man City must have been sitting there like, boy, they've dropped 2 points. Yeah, and then
you're ready.
Bro, we did that to them the other week, yeah. We did that to them the other week, mate. Yeah, when we scored against Aston Villa in stoppage time, they were about to play Nottingham Forest. They must have been pulling their socks up, putting their shin pads in. Yep, they've dropped 2 points, and then boom, we go and win, and then they go and draw with Forest. Bro, that was a big win for many reasons, right? Because they'd already beaten Newcastle, and the gap was 2.
Yep,
we had to win.
Win.
No draw. And I'm sitting there with Ola doing this watch along, and I'll be real with you.
I watched it.
That game. Yeah, I've seen Arsenal fans saying that was a great performance. I don't know what they were watching because we were crap. Yeah. Oh, but we had 800 passes and 30 shots. How many shots did the goalkeeper have to save? They were whistling all over the place. Yeah, just because somebody's having a shot from 20 yards with 4 players stood in front of him and it ricochets for a corner, don't mean it's a great shot. Yeah,
Facts.
just because it's whistled over the bar 20 foot, don't mean it was a great shot and it was like domination. Yes, we dominated the ball. They had 4 clear-cut chances against us.
Yeah, you know what? They were getting at you, your high line and whatnot. They were getting at you, man. It's just obviously the quality is not there, innit?
Bro, they should have been 2-0 up inside 20 minutes or so.
I know.
Yeah? And that save from Ramsdale, I think it hit him in the face. What a save. And it was almost like the 2 players got in each other's way. Yeah, and then they had another one where they should have been 3 or 4. Their goals. They should have, on another day, if that was Liverpool yesterday, for example, that would have been 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah. A better team.
And if that was Arsenal last season, we would never have come back. We would never have got a draw out of that game, let alone win it. Yeah, but we got the goal back. Big up Thomas Partey. And then we got the second goal. And I'm thinking, as soon as we got the second goal with 20 minutes to 25 minutes to go, I'm thinking, right, that's it. We've got to win it now. Got to win it. Got to win it. Yeah, and then we're going into stoppage time, and I'm thinking, boy, this ain't happening, man. And if it didn't happen, the doom and gloom, the fans would have been down, Pep and his team would have been up, like the atmosphere would have been different. We've blown it, blah blah blah. And then, bro, I'm sitting there with Ollie, and I'm going, last chance, last chance. That was about our 19th.
What a goal, though, man! What a goal that is,
bro.
Man,
the second touch was a joke when he brought that down, and then that little touch with his right foot. Yeah, but do you know what? The defender, I'm taking nothing away from Reece Nelson. What a strike, They're in a relegation battle, right? They're in a relegation battle. Go and have a look at the man that was closing him down. Bro, pussy. Absolute. He never threw his body on the line. They're in a relegation battle, and he went in and cowered away from it. Take it in the face. Yeah, I couldn't care less. Yeah, bro, when it went in, Ola was going, bro, I spanked my sofa's literally here. Touch it, bro. I spanked over my sofa,
bro. I seen it, man. You know what?
This table legs like this, this big solid wooden table leg. I stubbed my toe and spanked on the sofa. Yeah, when I came back, I was like, it's
worth it, worth it.
But bro,
yeah, man. Big up
to
SG. SG says fans like that are going at Leeds for wanting to win are the same families that wanted Wenger to stay when we got obliterated by better teams. Top Gooners don't deserve success because of their loser mentality. But you know what? Now they're loving life, innit? Now everybody's loving life.
In all the time you've known me and all the time we've done shows here and there together, my standards have always been compete for a title. Yeah. You've never heard me saying, oh, yeah, I'll be happy with top 4, because I ain't. Yeah. Even when Unai Emery was here, I said in his first season, I'm cool. We're not him not doing anything. Just get your team how you want it. Then give him the money on the second season and you go for a title. Yeah. Arsene Wenger, we finished second and I was protesting to get him out of the football club. We finished second to Leicester. And that was, 7 years ago? My standards have not dropped, bro. Not dropped. So all these people that want to come for me, like the funny thing for me, Saeed, is like Arsenal win a game like that in emphatic fashion. Well, not emphatic fashion, but with a mad goal. And the first thing that these fans think is, oh, let me go and spam Lee Gunner's chat. Like, why don't you just enjoy the win, mate? Yeah. And then all these people that are sitting there that have accepted mediocrity, right? And accepting 8th, 5th, 6th and 5th before that, making excuse. When I'm saying, well, no, it ain't acceptable, sack him. Sack him. Yeah, sack him. Like, bro, last season he bottled top 4. Should have been sacked. We lost to Villarreal in a semi-final. Sack him. Yeah. We were 15th for 5 games in a row at one point in a different. Sack him. He was breaking record after record after record unwanted. Back to the 20s and that. 1928 and all of that, yeah. Breaking record after record. Should have been sacked. Yeah, should have been sacked. He should have been sacked maybe 30 times. 30 different occasions. Fair play to him. Yeah, fair play to him.
Turn it around. He's
doing the business. Yeah. But this is where these fans are so dense at times. It makes me laugh, right? Because they'll all sit there and make up like false narratives and excuses for all these poor performances and finishes, whilst calling out people every single name under the sun for wanting the standards to be up here. But then when we are in a title race, they'll fully accept winning the title and celebrate the title whilst calling me negative. Mate, I've been here all along. It's nice you've all caught up.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And you know what?
Look at the feeling, man.
Yeah,
the feeling and the buzz of enjoying a title race. Why do you think I've been moaning about it for years?
That's what you want. Standards, isn't it? You want to win all the trophies, and that's why I always think, man, people just don't accept other people's opinions, and you know what I mean? They see for what they want to see in their head. But then Lee's got his own opinion in his head that Arsenal should be winning league titles. Arsenal is a top club. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about, man. And like I said, TBG said fair play to Mikel in his game management, ruthless. And you know what, man? That was a big win because Man City had won and they eased past Newcastle. Arsenal had to win the game. And you know what? I thought it was going to be an easy game
as well. Yeah, Tommy Asu, like I've said this all season, yeah. He ain't all that, bro. Everyone gasses him up because he can win headers. But I'd expect him to. He's 6'3". Like, do you know what I mean? It's like the metrics at Arsenal for success are so low, it's embarrassing. Yeah, like he can win headers. Ben White, yeah, bang average at centre back. Bro, he has been brilliant at right back this season. Yeah, and this is where people don't understand, right? Oh, you slagged all these players off, you slagged this person off, you slagged that. Yeah, rightly so, because Lee Gunner calls out bang average performances as bang average performances. Lee Gunner also calls out great performances as great performances. Yeah, people go, oh, you're a flip-flop. Not at all. Ben White at centre-back last season was a shambles, hence why we finished 5th. Ben White at right-back this season, one of the best right-backs in the league.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
A fair play to the manager for that, because the manager's put him there. Fair play to the manager, for making a sub at half-time. But Tommy Asu shouldn't have started in the first place. He ain't good enough. He ain't good enough to wear the Arsenal badge. Yeah, he ain't. If people want to sit there and say he's great, cool. I've seen some of the best right-backs in world football. You're just telling me I'm supposed to rate him? Like, come on. Standards on the floor, man. But I'm hoping, Saeed, I really am hoping, right, that if we do win the league, that this fan base suddenly get a set of balls, right? And they'll say, right, I like enjoying a win. I like enjoying the league title. Now let's go and do it again.
Let's do it again.
We can't go 19 years again, mate.
Maybe that's going to take. Maybe that's what it's going to take. And that's what, the fan base need to kind of almost feel, that winning kind of feeling. And when you win something, it wants you to win more. You don't stop. We've got the old saying, we're Man United, we're never going to stop. And that's what you do. So I feel like now this will be the kind of kick on start. And after this, there's no loser mentality. There's no, finishes second is a still achievement or this and that. And, that's where it will come down to. So, you know what? Hats off to Arsenal. They keep rolling on. Let's talk a bit about Brighton, because you know what? Yeah, it could be a possibility that they make top 4. They've got, I believe, 2 games in hand. I think they've got on other teams. They played 23 games. Liverpool have played 25. Most people have played 26, so they've technically got 3 games in hand. They're playing us at their ground, so again, that could be an opportunity. Deserbi could get top 4. They
got 3 games. They got 3 in hand over Tottenham.
3 in hand.
Wow.
Imagine Brighton make top 4. Because the way they're playing football, nobody's talking about them. They're going under the radar. Nobody's really talking about them. You know what? Brighton are doing their bits. They smashed West Ham. Was it 4-0? Was it 3 or 4-0? Yeah, 4-0 easily. Listen, man.
The next 3 games. In fact, the next 5, 6, bro, their run's pretty decent. They got Leeds United away next. That should be a good game, to be fair.
That should be a good game.
And they've got Palace at home.
They should
be. The United game has been postponed.
Yep.
For now. Then they got a cup game against Grimsby, and they're still in the quarterfinals of the cup. They'll beat Grimsby, so they'll be in the semis. All right. Then they've got Brentford, Bournemouth away, Tottenham away, Chelsea away.
But you know what?
And they got City, and they might just sneak top 4, man. Could you imagine Brighton against Real Madrid? Hey, Don Carlo would get sacked if he loses to them.
You know what? Fair play to Deserbi, man. You know what? And you know what? Please stay at your club, man. Like, enjoy Brighton, man. I get it. Chelsea come calling, but they're going to ruin your legacy. They're going to ruin everything you've done, man. Tottenham, stay away from them because they've got a loser mentality. And we'll get to Tottenham in a little bit. But
don't go at Chelsea.
Just stay at Brighton. Like, do well at Brighton. And build them up. Because I tell you what, it's not far off from the rest. You're not far off from the likes of this Tottenham team, this Newcastle team, these teams that are in there. You're not far off, man. I'll tell you that right now. So, you know what? McAllister balling out. He's a player that I like. Caicedo signed a new deal, which is a bit odd. You find that odd, by the way, that Caicedo signed a new deal?
Yeah,
just kind of brought the price up.
Yeah, bro, but Edu kept good relationships with Brighton, so I don't know. Maybe they. I don't. Listen, just because he signed the new deal, don't mean he ain't going to leave. Yeah, the
Yeah.
contracts
But
ain't
then
worth
now
the
you
paper
got to
they're
pay
gonna
more
rent.
money, which is kind of crazy.
That's all it is. They're just now going to get more money out of it, and it's like, listen, Brighton, man, they play great football. They got a nice stadium, yeah, and they got some fantastic players. So yeah, I'm Mike, you're right. Listen, they don't win anything, mate. I don't think they've won a trophy for 120 years, like a top flight trophy.
Yeah.
A big trophy. So why not have a go, man? Yeah, this is what winds me up with the cup competitions, the League Cup and the FA Cup. All these teams that don't ever win anything, just throwing them in the bin. Yeah, Brighton, if they beat Grimsby, are in an FA Cup semi-final.
Semi-final.
Fair play to them.
And they could win it.
Play to them.
They could win it, man. If they're in it by the semi-final, they could win it. I always say, if you're in the last four, whatever, semi-final, you've got a chance because you win that semi-final, you're in the final, and it's a one-off game. So at the end of the day, you can win that game. So I'm sorry, man. Brighton, they're doing well. And you know what, man? Everyone else out there, watch out for Brighton. Watch out because they're coming. And they've got us. And if there's a time to play United, it's probably in the next week or two because we're a bit down in a minute. So you know what? Fair play to them, man. Tommy could be a centre-back, Lee. He has a body for it. I think he's talking about Tommy Yasu as a centre-back. But again, you've got two players in there that are better than him. And also,
he want to go and be a centre-back at, I don't know, West Ham or somewhere because he ain't getting in over the two we got.
There you go. And when you go out to the right-hand side, it means you weren't good enough in the centre-back. Like Ben White now.
Like Ben White. Yeah.
There you go. So, you know what? Fair play, man. Fair play, man. Let's run through the fixtures this weekend, man, and let's kind of analyse what's happened. We'll start off with the Man City game because that was the first game of the week. Bro, Newcastle, you know what? Yeah. Are they fizzling out? Is it kind of petering out for them? Are you thinking that's them like fizzling out, or do you think is this a little blip for them and they're gonna be back or whatnot? Like
season's caught up with them, man. Their squad is not got enough quality to go for a top four race. As well as playing all them cup games as well. Yeah, I actually did think at one point they'd get top four because they were looking pretty decent. But then, bro, you look, they don't really have anyone. They ain't really going and banging teams 5 or 6 or 4s every week. Nope. It was like 1s and 2s and maybe 3s. Yeah, it's like as soon as they stop scoring, then they start conceding more. All of a sudden, they're going to slide down the table. Yeah, they'll do all right if they get in the Europa League.
Yeah, Europa League, yeah, 100%. If they get Europa League, that's a decent season. But I think Eddie Howe's becoming a bit stubborn at the minute. He keeps playing Callum Wilson up front, if I'm being honest with you. He keeps persisting with players that are not good enough for me in that squad. I just feel like he needs to do better with his decision making. He's actually playing. But again, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Bruno Fernandes has been off since the World Cup. I don't know what's going on with him. You know, and I think now Joelinton misses 2 games, I think. He's missing the next 2 games because obviously he's got 10 yellow cards. So again, that's a big blow for them. But yeah, man, I just think Man City, they did the job. They weren't even that great, Man City, if I'm being honest with you.
Nah, man, they were in cruise control, bro.
Cruise control,
literally second gear.
Yeah. So, end of the day, man, you know what? Man City did their job. Let's go. Obviously, we talked about it last week. You know what? Let me ask you a question, man. Vieira is having an absolute mare at Crystal Palace, you know. You know what? Vieira, listen, good player, but I tell you what, man. As a manager, I've never looked at Vieira and thought, yeah, I like what he's doing. But then again, has he got the right players there? Like, because obviously up front, he hasn't got quality. But he's not won, you know, in 2023. That's sackable, you know. That literally
is they're 7 points off of Aston Villa, who are the position above them.
What?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the table now, bro.
They're opening up now, the league, you know.
I think they've not won any of their last 5 games. Wow. They're level on points. They're level on points with Wolves, bro.
Wow.
They're only 5 off the drop.
What the flip, man?
They're 5 off the drop. That's mad.
They're going to get caught in it, man. And like I said, they don't have any goal scorers, man. Only Zaha. Like, nobody else is pulling in with the goals and whatnot. Vieira, listen, I think, you know what, to be fair, though, he has been dealt with a lot of injuries. But at the same time, I think sometimes he's a bit too pragmatic. I think sometimes, you know what I mean? I don't know if he kind of like lets it kind of release. There's some players I think he's got too much faith in. But at the same time, Mateta, Edouard, they're not good enough, man. They're not good enough. And he could be a situation where,
Edouard's not a bad player. Yeah, but he don't get a consistent run of games in the team. Yeah, and when he does, he don't really do anything. But I don't know. Maybe that's the system. Maybe they got some good young, exciting players. But
Yeah, they have.
It's what they want at Crystal Palace. What's their target?
This
at
is
the
a
start
good
of the
point
season?
here. Do they have a plan B? You know how Sean Dyche, he might go in there and, just part the bus certain games and get the draws and whatnot. Like, does Vieira have a plan B? That's the only thing, though. Does he have a
Nope.
plan B to say, right, and this is a problem, and this is where you could find yourself in a relegation zone where, shit, you don't have a plan B. Like, Leeds might do something different, and they might find a way out of trouble. If they don't find a plan B, boy, oh boy, they're going to be struggling, man. Struggling. So, listen, Vieira...
Bro, they're only 6 points ahead of Southampton and Bournemouth, who are bottom.
I know. And watch out for Southampton. We'll talk about them, but they're getting the wins in. And you know what? Listen, we got them in the weekend, so let's believe we don't see no result coming on our way, mate. I tell you that. Chelsea, they finally found a win, people. They finally, fair play, man. Chelsea,
well
they
done,
finally won a game. 1-0, I think I predicted 1-0, Guys, in the Big Six, I might have predicted 1-0, So, yeah, boy, Chelsea 1-0, I think it was what's it called? Fofana with the goal.
Fofana, yeah.
Yeah, man, they hit the crossbar a couple of times and whatnot, but you know what? They got respite. Matisse got respite.
That
Chelsea
keeps them in
family.
the job for the rest of the season now, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, basically, yeah. I don't think the Champions League bears any kind of judgment. It's the Premier League for me, where I think, what, he needed to win. Champions League, I don't think they were going to, obviously they got a super team or whatnot, but like I said, I don't think the demand was on there. But at the same time, they got the job done. And Leeds, again, another loss. Javi Garcia, and one last week, but that's another blow there. They should have spelt a bit more blood. They should have went for it a little bit more. Because against the Chelsea team,
Chelsea were down in the dumps, man. You got to go and play Chelsea and just have a go at them.
Yeah,
they fold real quick, bro. Yeah, and if you score against them, they're not scoring twice. Yeah, so if you score, you're getting at least a draw out of them. And they were weak, man. Leeds, they were just scared. It was almost like they were scared to go gung ho in case Chelsea ripped them apart. It was like, come on, man, you're in a relegation battle. Like, have a go.
They were scared. They were very, very scared, man. So, yeah, and then obviously the history of the Tottenham. The history of the Tottenham.
Bro, that football club. Oh, my days, bro. That football club. They're a shambles. What are they going to announce this week? Because last week it was go-karting. Yeah, the week before it was Beyonce. Like the week before it was WizKid. Every time they lose a game, they announce something new. So what's coming this week? Are they going to announce a new multiplex cinema or something?
Odeon Cinema. I'm telling you, the Tottenham Cinema, man. I'm telling you, this football club is done out here, man. Like, you know what, man? Losing to Wolves with Adama Traore, of all people, to score as well.
Did you see the goal? The goal was mad.
I know, man. But this is what, and this is what I'm saying. Like, this guy, and obviously Antonio Conte is on his sick bed and whatnot, and listen, hopefully he gets better. But this guy now, the little bounce that he had, he's gone as well. They've all lost it, man. But what do they do now? Like, they're not going to sack the manager because they ain't going to balls to do that. I don't think Tottenham have the balls to do that. Their season's just going to literally dwindle away. Harry Kane's going to be a sore loser. And they're in the mud, man. They are literally in the mud. And if they don't make top four, they're finished. I know they don't like to celebrate top four, but if they don't make top four, they're finished.
They're not getting top four. There's too many. Bro, Liverpool are now going to be flying. They've got a game in hand over them and they're free. They've got a better goal difference. So if they win their game in hand, and Liverpool haven't lost in Liverpool won 4 of their last 5 games.
4 of the last 5. Yep.
So, Tottenham have lost twice in them 5.
Yep.
And as bad as Liverpool have been this season, like if they win that game, I don't know who their game in hand is, but if they win it, they go above Tottenham into 4th. Newcastle have got 2 games in hand. If they win both of them, they go above them. I know it's all ifs and buts. If Brighton win win their 3 games in hand, it's mad, bro. Brighton are only 7 points behind them.
Yeah,
with 3 games in hand. All of a sudden, Tottenham will be down to 7th.
And they've got to play them as well. So,
bro, Fulham have got a game in hand over them. If they win that, they're only 3 points behind.
Yeah,
Tottenham could genuinely finish anywhere between 4th and 8th.
4th and 8th. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's kind of. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise you if they finish 8th because at the end of the day, the history of the Tottenham. This is what they do, people.
They're garbage, bro. How anyone thinks we're rivals with that lot makes me
cringe,
man.
Mate. I look at that rivalry and I think, you know what? Pathetic rivalry. I'm actually going to call it a pathetic rivalry because it is a pathetic rivalry. And that's what I'm saying on the Big Six when they were trying to hype it up and that. I said, get out of here, man. Get out of it. It's just another day where you lot batter them. That's all it is.
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, it was funny. I was listening to it last night. It popped up on YouTube. Pep Guardiola's pre-match press conference for the Newcastle game. I thought, let me have a little listen because Pep's always funny to listen to.
Yeah,
one of the journalists in there said, "Yeah, Pep. Obviously, there's 6 teams that go for the Premier League every season. Yeah, but obviously Newcastle now with the money that they've got coming in, is there going to be 7 teams going for the Premier League?" And I thought, what? What are you talking about? 6 teams go for the Premier League? No, they don't. No, they don't. Arsenal have gone for it this season. Well done. When was the last time we had a go? When was the last time United had a go? Yeah, when was the last time Tottenham had a go?
Yeah.
Right? There's 3 gone straight away. Like, when was the last time Chelsea were actually in a title race?
Yeah.
It's only been Liverpool and Man City that actually have a go every season.
Really? Yeah, you're right. He's just kind of almost like, you know what I mean? Like,
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I nearly killed over, but I was like, what? 6 teams go for the Premier League? You're mad, mate.
Yeah, he's moving mad, mate. He's moving mad.
That football club is more interested in everything other than football.
On the football, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I might be looking to get my Beyonce ticket soon from the website. I need to go visit that website. That's what I'm visiting now.
Tap up Tobes, yeah. Tap up Tobes. Tap up Tobes. He's a season ticket holder, so he gets discount on them.
Yeah, I might try him. I might ask him.
I guarantee Toby's already got tickets for Beyonce. I guarantee it.
And WizKid, both of them,
100%. And if he's got tickets for WizKid, yeah, or Beyonce, he needs to get ripped. Yeah, because he's putting even more money into them, right? And when they say discount, you get discount on it, yeah. Do you know they're putting their season ticket prices up 10% next season?
Yeah, I know, and it's already 1.4k their season ticket as well. So imagine that.
So when you're getting discount on these tickets, you're not really getting discount because they're putting it back on the season ticket.
Yep, facts.
They never lose, bro. They never, apart from on the football pitch, they never lose.
No. Big up Tiang Yang says, I would say Liverpool would have a say in deciding the title. Liverpool versus Arsenal and Man City versus Liverpool. Oh, that's
a good 1st of April, Man City play them. And then 9th of April, we play them.
Shit, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
But
I don't see us losing at Anfield. I can't lie. Like, I know I'm not saying that to rub it in anymore, but we've not beaten them at their ground for what, 10 years? Something stupid. 2012, I think Van Persie scored the winner. Like, it's been that long, but I don't see us going there and losing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to win the game, but I see something a little bit different.
Your mentality now at the minute is siege mentality. So I feel like, you know what? You guys will get the result there. You know what? It just depends on what teams come out for the international. They are poor after the international break.
If we can see Man City drop some points somewhere along the way before that game.
Yeah. What's their fixture looks like? Have they got good, difficult fixtures?
Man City's fixtures are, I don't know, man. They're kind of comfy. I can't lie. They got Palace away at the weekend.
Oh, that's easy.
Then they've got.
Oh, they postponed
next Premier. Wait, bro, I didn't even know that.
You know what? They got
their game against West Ham's postponed.
So the first game back is against Liverpool. Damn.
Right. So yeah, they've got Palace at the weekend. Then they've got Leipzig, which they have to go full strength. Then they've got Burnley in the cup. Then their next game after the international break is Liverpool.
Yeah.
So that means Arsenal would have played an extra game then, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't got a weekend off because of the cups and all of that.
Yeah. You guys have got a weekend off in it though, because you got the cups. Have you got a weekend off?
It depends who our game is. So we've got no. So we won't. We would have played an extra game in the league over them because we got Fulham at the weekend. Yeah. Then we've got Sporting on Thursday. Then we've got Fulham at the weekend. Then Sporting again. But then the FA Cup weekend when they're playing, we've got Crystal Palace, which means by the time 1st of April comes around, we would have played a game more than them.
Have they put that forward, or have they done it on? Was that going to be normally?
That'd be normal. Yeah, that's normal.
It's normal.
The fixture goes ahead.
Yeah,
that's. So by the time they play Liverpool, we could be 8 points clear of them.
Yeah,
that's mad. I didn't even know that. So if we're 8 points clear of them, and then they go and lose to Liverpool, you might as well just engrave the name on the title.
But there you go. League Gunner saying it, man. I had to, by the way, just remove that.
How negative and toxic of me.
I can't see that guy. So please, after this, remove that. Honestly, he just when I look at him, like, what is that actually real? Like 7-0. Like I just have to remove that. Sorry, guys. Nottingham Forest.
It's funny though, because did you see my post on Insta? Arteta at the weekend was counting. He was like that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I put the post out. I was like, what was the score at Anfield?
Fuck's sake, man. And then obviously Nottingham Forest, Everton. Everton were in the lead. Nottingham Forest.
That game was pretty good to watch.
It was, yeah, it was good. You know, I was
Second
watching
half,
it. It was good.
It was really good.
Yeah. So it's a good victory. Sorry, good result for both sides, to be honest with you. But then again, Everton should have got something. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
They should have. Yeah. But it was end to end
hung on.
second half. Really good game.
Yeah,
to
end
watch
to end, man. Yeah, man. Proper time, man. Proper,
That's what we're going to see. We're going to see results like that, man. Like we're going to see some weird results as well. Like
yeah.
But yeah, I'm gassed, bro. I can't believe I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that Man City have only got one more Premier League game this month.
Yeah, one more. That's it. Yeah.
So if we beat Fulham away, which is not going to be easy, I do think we will beat them, and then we beat Palace, right? And let's assume they win their game, bro. We're going to be 8 points clear of them before they play Liverpool.
And you never know what happens to Liverpool.
And we've got Leeds at home that week. We got Leeds that day at home. We're battering them.
Yep, there you go. Big up my guy Halimi, man. He said he's got a clip ready as well, man. So yeah, check it out. You know what I mean?
Big up Halimi, bro. Come on, my guy.
Yeah, listen, this guy was quick, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, we're still 1.1k in here. We're gonna wrap it up here, man. I'm gonna take a little break. You know what I mean? Before the massacre tonight. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm starting to try to balaclava. I've just told my sister to check in the old house if it's still there, man. So balaclava. If not, I'll have to go to the shops and go to these little pound shops around the corner and get a balaclava. I'm gonna get destroyed tonight. You know what I mean? So pray for me.
Just go in there with sunglasses on, dark glasses on, yeah, and just pull the hoodie all the way down.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go in like that and just take it
hide. Just to say, I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Oh, I might just do that. What was that guy when he did? You know, today I feel humiliated. Today I might even do a little speech, man. I don't know. We'll see. But Lee, it's been a pleasure, man. Mondays we're always here. Thursdays on your channel, 1 p.m. You're going live as well after this, aren't you?
Yeah, man. Talking about your team.
Well, there you go, man. So. Guys, man, make sure you go check it out, man. Saeed as Grizz, how he coped 7-2. Yeah, well, listen, man, that was in lockdown, innit? So I don't think people remember that, man, that time. Like they won the league, innit? You don't remember that one. So, yeah, make sure you go follow Lee. Link is in the title. So if you don't have to just, leave the stream here, you can just go subscribe to the channel. I don't know how many likes we're on right now, but I hope it's at least half the likes that the people are in here. So please, guys, smash the like button on the video, man. It's free to do so. You know what I mean, and whatnot. And yeah, man, we'll see you on Thursday on League Gunners channel, man, as we preview the games and whatnot for the weekend, man. We'll take care, man. Bye.